Welcome to The Wall. In today's video, we will see the story of a woman who had a heart attack and ended up realizing that she is alone without a husband or children. We will see how she, through tears, tells us how her heart attack was and how she wasted her life. We want to invite you to smash that like button and help us reach 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year to get our first plaque. That's the only contribution we ask from you, man. Add your grain of sand to the movement. Share your experience in the comments for any man who needs it. And without further introduction, let's begin.
So I just watched a TikTok post, of a woman who said everything that I'm thinking, but I've never shared. And it's about being older and being single and not having children. It's pretty hard. It's harder to say. And I never speak out about it. It's a difficult thing knowing that you're living this life without children and without anybody there. I'm single. Dating has been tough, and being in a relationship is extinct. A little while back, a few weeks ago, I suffered a mild heart attack, and I had to take an Uber to the hospital, to the ER. And being a nurse, I had a feeling it was a heart attack. And it was the worst feeling in the world. Sitting there on the curb, waiting for an Uber to come and pick me up. I didn't think I was going to make it, and it was just disheartening to not have anybody there but an Uber driver to take me to the ER. So let me go back to the post that this woman made, and it was about being older and alone and suffering mentally with this of being alone, not having children, and just the woes of it all. It's like, I go to work, I do what I have to do to survive, and it's a struggle just to wake up every day knowing I'm going to work just to pay my bills, and then what? Like, I'm struggling with this every day. I'm getting older. My health has failed me, and
I don't know, brothers, if you believe in signs. For me, this is a sign. This scare that this woman had is a wake-up call about what you are doing with your life. Yesterday, we saw a video where a woman said not to be afraid of dying alone because there will be someone for you when you reach old age. Where is the someone for this woman? Because neither you, nor I, nor she herself can find him. Life is a cycle, and having a family is part of it. This woman is not unattractive. Surely, in her life, there must have been more than one man who wanted something with her. In a later video, we will see how she got to this point, but I am sure she rejected the average man, wanting the winner. She spent years with a Chad and never even had a child with him. Today, at 50, she has a heart attack, and an Uber driver takes her to the hospital. Being only kind, drops her off at the hospital and leaves. That hospital bed is the hardest reality check you can have in life. When you realize you could die today, no one even comes to ask about you. You have no one to call. And then comes the worst and most painful question to ask yourself in life. What the hell have I done with my life?
I feel like us women who are in the same boat, and there's a lot of us out there. I know there are. I just want to hear it because I feel like sometimes I'm alone in all of this. And I would like to know that there's other women out there who are in the same boat. And gosh, I would love to get a commune or just get a bunch of women together. I've wanted to buy land. I mean, it's so astronomical right now to buy something. The prices of land here in Utah and homes, it's just astronomical. I can't afford it. Can't afford it. And I would much rather be with a group of women, anyhow, who have like minds and come together and build something together. I would love to do that. And I'm a nurse. I can go anywhere, and I'm willing to. I've been challenged lately with these thoughts of just being alone. And like that woman said, and I wish I could stitch her video, but I'm kind of an ignoramus and I don't know how to do that. So I'm just, hopefully she'll find me on here. But I'm there, I'm with her, and I'd like to hear from more women, to hear if you're going through this too, because I feel so alone. I feel so alone. It's like you wake up every day and go to work, and is that what life's all about? I don't know. All my friends have their lives and families, and I don't have anybody. What do I do for the holidays? I'm alone. I'm alone. I have been for a long time, and I'm kind of over it. So please reach out, let me know what everybody thinks. I was kind of afraid to post this video, but after watching that video, I kind of felt more empowered, and I hope that we can empower each other and help each other out. So there you have it. Let me know.
What? Oh my God!
What we see here is caused by modern feminism, women who are empowered by other women to the point that they end up alone. After they turn 50 or older, they realize they were deceived, that this was not the way. This is a general statement. You might marry a man or a woman, maybe not be compatible, maybe have a bad experience, but if you manage to have children, at least it won't be a complete disaster. At least your life takes on more meaning, especially for the woman who is always the primary caregiver. You might hate that man for whatever reason, but your children won't make you feel like everything was bad. It just wasn't the best relationship. In those videos, there are hundreds of comments from women in the same boat. Women who feel very alone. Women who are going through different medical processes. Today they realize that maybe that average man wouldn't have been so bad to go out with. Now, let's see her story of how she reached this stage of her life in the next video. I'll just leave the message that life is a cycle and time, like the wall, doesn't forgive.
I'll try and make this video short, but basically, my heart's broken. Yeah, you don't know who you can trust. Not anymore. You think you can trust somebody, and you can't. So, long story short, I met a guy 13 years ago. I really liked him a lot, but the timing was just so off. And I was cordial about, like, saying why I had to leave him. I was nice about it. I was respectful, and I gave him that respect. And then throughout the years, he kept messaging me, and we stayed in touch. And I knew that I cared for him. We had that spark, we had that thing. And finally, after like several years of just, you know, yearning for each other, I came back to Utah because I was a travel nurse and was doing all that. And I came back to Utah, and I was like, hey, like, let's do this. And he was so fearful, and I was trying to preserve his heart and let him know that I'm here. I'm here. I love you. I'm here. And he would just pick me up and take me when he wanted, and then go away. And it hurt, but I conceded to the fact that we were just those boom boom buddies. We had great boom boom. And so I just, after vying for him for 5 years, was like, kind of over it. Kind of need to move on. I gotta go on. Like, we have that great boom boom, but like, you're not gonna ever want anything more. I gotta go. And then as soon as I was in that mindset, he came back, and this was 2 weeks ago. He came back and he said, let's do this. Let's do this. I'm like, what? Really? Like, for real? Like, I literally was in shock. Like, this guy who's had my heart for so long. And anyhow, so I'm gonna have to post part 2. Sorry.
I figured there was some Chad in the story, a man who brings nothing to the table except his seed. Did you hear 13 years in contact? 5 years of boom, boom, and even after 5 years she realizes he doesn't want anything serious. After almost 1,500 days and counting, she realizes that Chad isn't looking for anything serious. Who would have thought? He was probably a doctor. I'm sure she didn't go for the average man. He was a guy who probably had her or several others, but she was fighting for him because she thinks emotionally. Since this man woke up a roller coaster of emotions in her, she kept thinking that he would change for her. We see many women wasting the best years of their lives with the man who will someday change for them. That man never changes. If it had been a good, normal man or a beta provider, it wouldn't have even lasted 3 months. But let's see how she gives Chad yet another chance.
So continuing on with my story, he came to me, was just very, like, there. He was there. Like, I always told him, show up, show up. That's what you need to do. Like, you talk. Talk is cheap. Just show up. And so he started showing up. Started texting me at work, or when he was at work. And being in the healthcare field, I know how tough that is, but it meant a lot to me. And I try and show him the same respect. Like, when I have a second, text him, even though I'm at work. Just show up for people. You just show up. And he was showing up and doing kind, sweet things, and just being there and being what he thought that I wanted, I guess. I don't know if it's what he really wanted, but he was showing up. And so he ended up being there, but I divulged some stories and just let him know some stuff about me. And after that, he was gone. He left. We were supposed to hang out. He told me when I talked to him like a couple nights ago, that he wanted to do something, and he said, I'll call you. And that didn't sit well. I'm like, he never said that, but I'll call you. Okay. I don't waste my time, waste my days, but kind of did. And he never showed up. Just left me high and dry. Didn't say anything, didn't have a text, nothing. So, where am I supposed to go with this? I absolutely have no freaking clue what to do with this. Like, where am I supposed to go with this? The only thing I've got right now are these guys. They're my buddies. Hanging out with the snails. That's all I got right now. My heart's broken, but I got you guys.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Honestly, loneliness hits hard. Now she has snails. This is what we see when a woman doesn't take responsibility for her life. If you see that a relationship isn't going anywhere and you stay, then don't complain about having bad luck if it was your choice to be there. This man, like every Chad, discarded her. It seems a new woman appeared, or he was married. From what I see, she knew little to nothing about his life. That's why I say, mystery fascinates women. In 5 years, they didn't do couple things. There were no plans. They didn't move in together. Their relationship was just boom, boom, nothing more. Now she's 50, alone, and without children, with an entire youth wasted talking to snails. It's no joke when I say the wall doesn't forgive, but there is a third part.
So I've had a lot of people comment on my post and say that he's seeing somebody else. Yeah, I kind of think that, but I don't think it's my sex. I think it's the opposite. There's a lot of Freudian slips that happen when he's drunk. And a lot of telltale signs that he might be into the same sex, but he's hiding behind a woman. And I've been with a couple guys in Utah that are like that, but at least they were honest about it. Sad thing about Utah is that if you're prominent, not saying that he's prominent, but they hide behind that because they have to. In Utah, you'll lose your job. You'll be ostracized from your family because most families are Mormon here and don't accept you being gay. But I just want somebody to be honest and to the community, and hopefully somebody can answer this question as to why a guy wouldn't be respectful enough to a woman who is so kind, to say, hey, this is who I am. Why? I've put out enough hints as to, hey, if you're like this, it's okay. Just be real and be real with me. That's all I want. Like, life's too short. Be respectful, people. Come on. And the healthcare community is a very small community, and I've had a couple of people actually know this person and tell me that they thought that he was gay. I never brought it up with him, but it's what the story is. Yet he can't be real with me, and it just sucks. But I know it's not me. I know it's him. Sorry, got Joey here. He's got a stick. Play, Joey. Small buds. Still heartbroken. Why can't men be real? Snails are hermaphrodites. Did you know that? Anyhow, okay. Kinda over it.
Chad leaves her, and she wonders what the reason was. The best reason she found was that he is gay, because it couldn't possibly be that she is bad in bed, or that he simply left her for someone younger. But do you know why she wasted so many years of her life with this man? It's because he brought a lot to the table. From what I see, he has to be a doctor, which means a person with a good salary. She idealized a life with this man, but those professions, especially being a doctor, involve a lot of cheating with many women in the hospital, including all those nurses and intern doctors who want to secure their residency in those hospitals or want a permanent position by seeking a recommendation from a doctor. This guy was simply having fun, and when he saw that, due to her age and the time they had spent together, she wanted something more serious, he decided to leave her without an explanation. That's how she ended up, alone, sad, talking to snails. Chad has no mercy because he sends them to the wall, and the wall doesn't forgive. We've reached the end of the video, but before we go, the questions are for you. What do you think about this woman's story and how she ended up alone? What do you think happened for Chad to leave her? If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Your support means the world to us and motivates us to create more content. Stay tuned for the next exciting video from the wall.